So Dad Chuck's originally from Brooklyn, New York, and he always raves about going to his old school skate park that he grew up at, mainly to get a surf in the bowl clip, which he finally got. But we warmed up there, which was a crusty old, very had to have been made in the 80s skate park. Very rough. I gave you the ASA Mega Launch on the Fakie 180.
Fucking hot.
The real meat and potatoes really came though when we hit the snake park. When we got there, it had a fresh paint job, but it was blasting water everywhere. So realistically, only a quarter of the spot was even skateable, and we had to make do with what it was. But I wish we could have skated the other part because there was so much going on there that you could have had a whole nice line there or something or another. It looks so colorful and so awesome on film. It's like a giant earthworm gym kind of Sega Genesis cover spot, but in real life. I had trouble backsliding the backside of the snake. There's a bunch of really deep grooves, and I didn't know how I wanted to hit it. If I wanted to really lean into the backslide, into the grooves, or kind of edge it out to where I'm kind of leaning off, and I wanted to go off it and pop off it, but since it goes directly into the ground, I kind of just did what I did, and I tried to pop. But, once you pop, you can't stop. And did one, did two, I was satisfied. Nick's trick, on the other hand, he did the ride up on the snake,
right, so
drop true back unity, true spin back unity, sorry. And he had to get on the boot for that because he has metal frames, and he had metal frames for the entire part, and they're not very good on the concrete for the most part. He got one on really good, laced it, and then he had told me he always wanted to do this kind of step launch and kind of launch snake to snake, and he kissed it. He gave Tony Hawk a little kiss to rail, but it looked good.
Wow.
I wish every city had a unique spot similar to this.
Yeah. Whoa. I kind of like that.
Called the Fat Pipe of Doom, is basically just secluded in this random parking lot on the side of a main road, but back in an industrial area. Kind of would never see it from the road. You would only have to see it if you drove into the parking lot, decided you want to go all the way back towards this fence, and then happen to look at this hill that you would never look at 9 times out of 10. But it's made out of pure iron, so it's super rusty, super rock hard. So I had the idea of dropping the grind, but it was a little sketchy right before. There's a hole there kind of thing. How can we spice this up a little bit? Why don't I do a little curve into the grass and kind of avoid the hole, but go around and give it a new perspective and drop the grind? And was figuring out stumbling into the grass.
Oh. God damn.
Thinking I was that guy from that one video. Hit one with the Swayze shirt, did it pretty good. And in my head, I'm confident. Oh, that was easy. I hit it with flat, it slid. I didn't stick. Alright, that'll work. I could probably true royale it. Go up. Carve in, go to jump, spin, both my front wheels stick into the mud. I jump around, almost ended my season right there. No, no sir. I was cool with that. Nick, on the other hand, was sweating like a dog. He was starting from basically a downhill approach, about 2 kilometers down in the parking lot, and he was torching those metal frames. And he went up the Royale all the way up it. He took him a couple tries and a lot of sweat. But he powered up, just barely got up to it. Little roll away. But that's a spot that makes, I don't even know what it is. Literally a giant pipe that's just down the side of this hill. It's not drainage, I don't think. There's no reason to drain right there. just one of the quirks about the Philly spots. And it's not even Philly, it's like, it's one of the quirks of the Pennsylvania spots. You always find something like super random, like in the most obscure spots.
Yeah.
But if you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. I'll be dropping these probably on the constant, so, you know, if you enjoyed it, till next time.